How can I not easily be triggered when having a conversation with someone who continues to disrespect you? The person holds on to resentment and is coming from that place. Adain, since you're a keen student, I'm going to give you a bit more of a deeper answer, let's say, because you're definitely emotionally ready for this. Just remind yourself, the more somebody's qualities they represent that we hold and we repress within our own personality and personal qualities, the more we despise that person. So what does that mean? When you see something that often triggers you, it's because deep down you have it yourself. Now, this isn't pretty. It really isn't pretty, by the way. Breakthroughs are definitely not pretty. This is why nowadays I go through this uncomfortable process. Anytime somebody is triggering me, I ask myself, how am I that? How am I also that? And you know, if I actually allow my ego to silence a little bit, and I actually think, wait, I do have some of those qualities. I don't like that person showing off because sometimes I also show off myself, right? So all of a sudden I'm like smiling. I'm like, wait, I haven't even healed myself in that area. No wonder this person's triggering me. So remember, the difficulty is never out there, it's within here. And once you realize it's within here, you realize what life is trying to do. Is trying to liberate you. Life is always trying to liberate you, to transcend you. And you know that to be true because you work through one trigger and heal, then you come across the next trigger, right? That you haven't healed. So once you realize life is trying to actually transcend you, that means you can approach life from an intellectual perspective. Wait, life is trying to help me right now. So how do we grow at the gym? We don't grow when we're lifting light weights. We grow when we're lifting the heavier weights, right? Same in the relationship gym. Now, if you, however, believe the purpose of a relationship is always to be happy, then of course you're never going to approach relationships in the right way. Because they're going to be in relationships, unhappy moments, right? So what if instead of saying purpose of relationship is to be happy, what if you used to really believe purpose of a relationship is to help you to grow? If that was ingrained as a belief in you, you would approach relationships totally differently. When that person is triggering you again, you'll probably be like, thank you for the growth, right? And because you're responding differently, the chances of you healing that relationship is now gone up tenfold. Because after all, we know from communication, for those of you who've studied it, communication is what? A transference of, what is communication? A transference of E, begins with E, energy. That's all communication is. So why do we get into argument with people? It's because when we are often arguing our right story, so everyone's believing their story is right, we are transmitting the energy of I don't believe you, right? That's the energy they feel. So people respond way better to warmth than they do to hostility. If you make anyone feel hostile, you trigger their survival brain and they don't listen to you. How many of you have ever had relationships like that before? So our job as heart fluencers is to come to a bigger rate of understanding in life. And of course, there will be people in your life that are difficult, that are, dare I say it, even stupid. So what did Mark Twain once say? Never argue with stupid people, because they'll drag you down to their level and beat you with their experience. Yeah, approach it differently. And you'll notice life definitely begins to change.